Okay, hi guys. So we are going to continue with we can continue we are going to learn alkenes today. Okay, so in your PSPM there is only 5 marks located for chapter 5 hydrocarbons. Okay, so it's not that heavy, but there are certain things that you have to know that is important. Okay, so these are basically the stuff that are that you will learn in alkenes, but I want to emphasize on the preparation of alkenes. Okay, you need to know the reactions in order to do synthetic questions yang mana dia minta your reagents and reactants and products. Okay, and then you have to also know the reactions that alkenes can go through by electrophilic addition. So there are about 5 reactions here, 5 actually 10 to 11 reactions here. Okay, so you will be using different reagents for these different reactions, and you will know how to put in your substituents. Dia bagi which carbon by Markovnikov rule dengan anti-Markovnikov rule. Okay, and then you have chemical test. Ini pun penting. Chemical test, they might ask you in order to determine whether your reactant has carbon-carbon double bond or apa-apalah ada carbon-carbon double bond awak punya product tu. Okay, so here ada bromine test and Bayes test. For chemical test right here, yang warna purple ni, I have start it. So this reaction is bromine test, and this reaction here is Bayes test. Sorry, bukan ni. This reaction oxidation here is Bayes test. Okay. Alright, so you have 3 mechanisms in alkenes. So yang saya start orange ni, these are your mechanisms. But we are going to go into mechanism later lah. Okay. Alright, so let's start. For naming of alkenes, you have to follow the steps macam awak naming alkene juga, just that now awak ada functional group, so you have to change your ane to ene. So first look for your longest carbon chain, and then you will start numbering your carbons from wherever that is closest to carbon-carbon double bond. So maksudnya macam soalan ni here. Okay, you will find that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons for your longest carbon chain, and you have carbon-carbon double bond in the middle here. Okay, so you either want to start from here 1, 2, 3, 4 atau daripada kanan 1, 2, 3, 4, but you will start from here as your first carbon because you have a substituent on your carbon-carbon double bond right here. So your answer will be 2-methyl 2-butene. Okay, so 2-butene means that your carbon-carbon double bond is here at your second carbon. Alright. Okay, next you want to have the lowest numbering for your substituent, and okay, itu macam faham lah kot. More, if you have more than 2 carbon-carbon double bonds, then the priority will go to the carbon-carbon double bond instead of your substituent. Okay, so let's see right here, if you have 2 carbon-carbon double bonds, then okay, you will count your carbon from here 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means carbon-carbon double bond is on carbon number 1 and 3. Awak denote yang tu. Okay, so you have to also write butadiene. Di means you have 2 carbon-carbon double bonds. Okay, right here, if you have 3, it will be triene, and it will be 1, 3, 5 because you want the lowest number for the carbon-carbon double bond punya numbering. Okay, let's say if your substituent is on your carbon-carbon double bond, then the priority will go to the carbon with the substituents. Okay, so let's say right here, if you don't have this, then you can start numbering from here 1, 2, and so on, or you can also, no problem, to number 1 from here and 2 here. So sebab dia sama je, since this is a cyclic kan. But right here you have a substituent on this carbon, okay, of your carbon-carbon double bond. So that means that your carbon number 1 will be this carbon, okay. So your answer will be 1-methyl cyclopentene, right? So for cyclic, awak punya carbon-carbon double bond will always be number 1, okay. So right here, let's try counting, numbering our carbon. We must start daripada sini, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, kita start macam tu, kita akan dapat 3, 5 dimethyl. Okay, but what if we start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you will get 4, 6 dimethyl. So that is a bigger number, so we're not going to do that. So your answer will be 3, 5 dimethyl cyclohexene. Alright, so you also have Cistrans Isomers, which you learned before, okay, dalam chapter 4. So cis, basically because your substituent, your chlorine here is on the same side, so you're just going to name it as cis 1, 2 dichloroethene. Okay, so trans is when your chlorine are on opposite sides lah. Okay, so that is naming. Alright, so physical properties that you have to know are these two, for melting point and boiling point. Solubility, I'm not really sure if it's under your learning outcomes, cuba tengok balik sendiri. So the factors affecting will be molecular weight or isomerism. So yang ni awak boleh baca kot and fahamkan, so you will know how to explain about the trend of your physical properties. Okay.